Well, and here we can see, here I believe my moments, and here we can notify at some points. Well, Salam Habibi, how are you? I hope you are fine. It is me, Michael of Cesare Santa. I am here with you. According with the titles, yes, today we are roasting here Mufassil the metals, and it is my last topic about the. It is my last live stream about the topics of the Argentina versus England. And now today's point is FIFA World Cup 2026 last two final match. And here we can see two final match. Here is the final match is one match is final and another match is third place match. Okay, third place playoff. And now here we can see the points. Now let's check at the moments. Here we have forgotten to mention it. Okay. Now here we can see the points. Now let's check it. Well, now here my source is now YouTube Israel, and now let's check it the moments. Well, what is the statement of Mufassil the mentors? I enjoy Argentina versus England, and here why would not I enjoy? I am the citizen of England as well. Well, in the every moments of the match between Argentina versus England, well, I have enjoyed with my family. Oh my God, Mufassil the mental contents a family. And now let's check at the moments. What if England has been defeated? If England gets victory, I support England, and even if England gets defeatations, I still support England. That is the statement of Mufassil the mentals. But now, here is the moments that I would believe here Mufassil the mental does not support England. Mufassil the mental supports pro-Palestinian England. Okay? Well, now here you can see this points. Since her place, birth country Bangladesh does not play footballs, hence she support England. Now she contests here citizenship of England. Her child has been grown in England. And now let's check at the moments. Now, what about the next statements? Now, some people who support Argentina and gets happy if Argentina contests victory. And here is an news from Mufassil the mentors. And that is Argentina do not P of Bangladesh. Wow, that is the abusive word about the support of Argentinas. Okay. Well, because here in Argentina, Bangladesh contains no embassy. Okay. Well, Argentina does not know the Bangladesh can be exist here. It is the unknown out of knowledge of Argentine citizens. Well, here we can see the points. Now, well, it is the some abusive words at the moments. Well, and here we can see. Well, several Bangladeshi contents not citizenship of England. Well, if they would contest citizenship of England, they would support England in lieu of Argentina. None of Bangladeshi contest the citizenship of Argentina. Now, what rubbish points at the moment, here, as we could not know. Well, now here we can see the now here is the moments. Uh, okay. Here we contest three match. One match is England versus Argentina. Well, and another match is here Spain versus Argentina, and the another match is France versus England. First of all, let's check at the moments. Mufassil Islam support England just because England is pro-Palestine. Okay, I mean the England government is pro-Palestine. And now here is third place of match between France versus England. And now sometimes here we can see these points. Here we would contest about the match between France versus Spain. Okay. Now first of all, here we can see less about the moments. Well, what is the performance of England football team to be pro-Palestine? Okay. Now here we know here the complete length of football ground is 180 and width of the football ground is 80. Now half of weight of football is what? That is here 40, right? And now let's check it about pro-Palestine England football team's performance. That can be measurements as an trigonometry. Okay. Now here you can see this points. Here I would not use any Pythagorean theorems. Well, here I would use here trigonometries at the moment. Okay. Now here we can see this points. So first of all, here let's coming to the points. Here we can see here it is four black, one black SS here raised gems. Well, now here I will state probability because it is not absolute moments. And in the match between France versus England in the third place playoff, here is the probable football plans of a strategy of England. It would be probably four defenders, two midfielders, three wingers, and one strikers. Okay. Now let's check at the points. Okay. Now here we can see the points. Well, now what about Reece James, the pro-Palestine England footballers? Well, his birthplace would be probably Barishal division from Bangladesh. Okay. Now here we could see this points. Probably the all of four defenders is from Bangladesh. Okay. Now country is England football teams. Here we can notify the country is England football teams, but who is the defenders to be footballer? That is for Bangladeshi. Okay, now let's check out the points. What is Reece James' positions against here French goal post? I mean French goalkeepers goal post. And now here you can see Reece James, the pro-Palestine England footballers' positions is here. Well, 88-meter length and 88-meter length and 40 meters wide. Now it is the moment 88-meter length and 40 meters wide. And now let's check the moments. Here we can see. Now in this cases, that is about the tan theta. Okay. Now according with tan theta, here we can see the points. Well, when the center is Reece James, the pro-Palestinian England football defenders, in the cases, the theta is about tan inverse of here 88 divided by 40. Now let's check the points. What is 88 divided by 40? That is here 22 divided by 10. Okay? That is 2.2. Well, now here we can see this points. Here my most favorite weapon is calculators. And now, well, here I could notify the points. Well, now let's check at the moments. And now here we can see this points at the notifieds. Well, what about the 10th inverse? Okay. Now it is the trigonometers. Now let's check at the points. What is 10 is 1? I apologize. What is 1? Can be here 1 can be 10 is. Oh my god. Here is some significant points. I don't know. Well, yes. One, tennis is 45. Yes. Now let's check at the moments. Now what is 2.2? Could be here 10 inverse. That is here 65.5561 degree. Okay. Now in these cases, here is the moments. Well, accordance with accordance with the center to be here James Reece. Here we can notify. Well, French goalkeeper is here 65.5560. I mean 65.5561 degree. He is the position of goalkeepers where center is. Well, Reece James, the pro-Palestine England footballers. Okay. And now, here we can see the points. Now, in these cases, what is here sine theta? And we can see that would be the points. What is here direct distance? How can we found it? Well, there's here y, and here we can see here length square divided by y square equal to distance square. And according with here trigonometries, in that cases, when length divided by y is tan theta, hence that here cos theta is y divided by distance. And now here we can see the points. What is the distance? That is here y divided by cos theta. And now let's check at the moments. And here we can see the points. Now, here is the calculations. That is the simple moments at the points. Okay, now here we can see this terms at the journeys. Okay. Now here we can notify. Okay. So, white is 40 divided by words, and now 65.5561, that can be here cos theta. Okay. And now let's check it. What is the moments? That is here 96.664571. I apologize. 96.664572. Okay. That is here distance. Well, but now here we can see when England football team has been again the pro-Palestine England football team, that is the favorite football team to be England football team by Mufassil the mentals. Hence now here we can see that what is the velocity of pro-Palestine England football defenders. Okay, that is okay. That can be almost 110 meter per hours. Okay, and now let's check it. 110 meter per hours. Well, what is the meaning of that? That is here almost 0.878769. Okay. Now what is the meaning of 0.878769 multiplied by words 60? Oh my Adonai. 878769 multiplied by 60. Okay. That is here. Well, 52.72614. Okay. And now, here is the moments. That is the significant clear cut points. Well, now here we can see what is here 0.72614 can be multiplied by 60. That is here we can notify that is 43.5684. Okay. Now here we can see the points. Now let's check it the moments. When the match would be England versus France. Now, what we can calculate? When England football team is pro-Palestine and England football teams, then what would be the matters? Well, now we can see the more. The defenders, Reece James, the pro-Palestine and England defenders, can score one goal in almost 52 minutes 44 seconds. Well, 52 minutes means 44 seconds at the points. Now in this case there are 52 minutes 44. Now why it is the long times without any barriers? Because it is the moment the pro-Palestine England football defenders, pro-Palestine England footballers velocity is 110 meter per hour. And now that is the significant moments. Here is the journeys at the points. Okay. Now here we can see that is the performance of pro-Palestine England football defenders. Now let's discuss about the pro-Israel England football defenders. what would be his performance? Okay. Now here we can see what about his distance. Here we can see the points. Accordance with observations. Okay. Now let's check this. Accordance with the observations, here we can see pro-Israel Argentine football team contains the three layers football strategies. Here we can see four defenders, four midfielders, and two strikers. Okay. And now let's check at the moments. And here we can see this points. Well. And here we can see in the match between England versus Argentina. Let's check at the points. What is the matters of the points? Well, here 50% goal scorer was defenders and 50% goal scorer was midfielders. Now, in these cases, in the contribution of 50% goal scored by defenders and 50% goal scored by midfielders, Argentina could defeat England. And now, in these cases, here is the significant points. Well, Argentina. Now, what is the probable moments? And in these cases, pro-Israel Argentine football defenders, what is his coordinations? And here we can see the moments. Well, white length is still 40s, but now when the layer is 3, we can notify the football can be divided by 4 length. And now in these cases, what is the length of the pro-Israel Argentine defenders, where destination is here a Spanish goalkeeper's goal post. In that cases, the length is 82.5. Now let's check at the moments. Here is my calculations. What is 82.5 divided by 40? And in this cases, 82.5 divided by 40 is as a significant points. Well, 20.625 divided by 10. And here we can see 20.625 divided by 10. Now, what is 20.625 divided by 10? That is 2.0625. Okay. And now, well, what is the theta's accordance with? Okay. What is the theta where pro-Israel Argentine defenders is center and the destination is Spanish goalkeeper's goal post. Now here we can see these points. Now that is the significant moments. Well, here is my calculations at the points. Well, now here that can be significance. 2.0625 can, well, and here we can see it is the 10 squares, 10 inverse of 2.0625 is here 64.13365 degrees Celsius. Okay, and now let's check at the moments. What is the points? This is cause. Now here is the points that is significant. Okay. Now let's discuss about the points. What is the ratio of distance divided by width? Here we can see the points. Distance divided by width is cos theta. I apologize. Distance divided by what is sec theta. Okay? Because according with trigonometry, football wide divided by football distance is cos theta. And now, what is distance? That is here wide divided by cos theta. Okay? And now, here is the points. Well, now let's check it. The moments 40 can be divided by cos of 64 point what's 60.1 13365. And now let's check it the moments. And now here is the journeys. What was that? That is here 91.68563. Okay. Now, 91.68563 can be divided by pro-Israel Argentine football defenders' velocity. That would be 297 million meter per second. And now let's check it the moments. What is the significant points? And in that cases, that would be almost 0.309 microseconds. And now here we can see this moments, and here now that is the significant terms as just justified. Okay. Now here we can see. Well, now I think here I am feeling illness at some points, because here we can not get some clues as what could we do. Okay. Now here we can see this. Well, my parents does not know I am still losing, but I don't know why. Okay. Now here you can see this parts. Well, here I would be back at the parts. And now the problematic is, well, when in pro-Palestine England footballer. Okay. Now here is the points to be significant notifiers that can be here dangerous and some causes. And here causes is that, okay, well, and here we can see when England football teams can score one goal in here 52 minutes. Okay, 52 minutes 44 seconds. Here, pro-Israel Argentine football team can score one goal in 0.309 microseconds. Now, where is 0.309 microseconds, and where is here? Okay, where is here 52 minutes 44 seconds. And now that is their significant moments, and in the that is the words and the points. Okay, now here we can see it is the points, that is, and the significant points here. Well, in pro-Palestine England football team would be defeated by France football team in third place playoff, and here England football team would be in the stand of the fourth place. On the other hand, here it is the absolute results. It is the guaranteed results. But what is the probability results of pro-Israel Argentine football teams? about the with the support of the trigonometry. In this cases, pro Israel Argentine football team can score one goals in 3 point, I mean 0.309 microseconds. When here when accordance with his white axis, his goal post his scoring goal post is here 64 degrees. Well, I mean here 64.13365 degrees. And now that is here significant points. Okay. Now in this cases, well, match is almost 90 minutes or here, well, 100 minutes at the moments. Well, match is always 90 minutes. Well, and here we can see, well, one score reaction time by pro-Israel Argentine football team would be here 0.309 microseconds. Now, what is the meaning of the matters? Okay. Now, we know here 1 second is, well, 10 to the power 6 microseconds. Now, what is here 60 seconds? That is here, that means 6 multiplied by 10 to the power 7 microseconds. And here we can see this. And now, that is the serious issues. And what about the 90 minutes? So first of all, here we can see what is about the 10 minutes. 10 minutes is 600 seconds. That means 6 multiplied by 10 to the power 8 microseconds. And now, what is 90 minutes? That is 54 multiplied by 10 to the power 8 microseconds. And now, let's check at the points. What is the division between 54 multiplied by 10 to the power 8 enter divided by 0.309? Here is the momentums at the points. That is here. That is the trust on the Israel football teams. Well, 54 multiplied by 10 to the power 8. That can be divided by what? Well, 0.309. Well, what is the meaning of that? Well, here we can see the points. Pro-Israel Argentine football teams can score, contains the capability to score almost 17,475,728,155 goals. Okay? Now here we can see the points. It is the capability of whom? It is the capability of pro-Israel Argentine football all defenders to be one defenders, and this is the points. Okay. Now on the other hand, here pro-Palestine England football defenders contain the capability to score 1 goal. That is the capability of pro-Palestine England football defenders. And now, here we can see the small moments. Now, in these cases, here is the justifiers. Well, here we can bring say about the France versus Spain. Now, let's check it. What is the points about the France versus Spain? Well, in these cases, well, French footballers contains the velocity to be 38.7 kilometer per second. Okay. Now here we can see the points. What is 38.7 kilometer per second? That is 387 divided by 36 meter per second. Okay. And now here you can see the points. That is almost what? Well, that is here almost here. There is the significant points. Well, three, 396 divided by 36. That means well 11. Well, 11 meter per second. Okay. And now let's check the points. What is here French footballers velocity? What is the moment of French footballer? Now, first of all, here I would use trigonometry to calculate the distance of French football defender, or where the destination is goal post of pro-Palestine England football defenders. Now let's check at the moment. Now we can see what's going on. Well, and here we go, notifiers. Here we contest the points to be the notifications, and that is the moments. Well, here is France versus Spain. Now coming to the lineups, well, we can see the points. France strategy is well same as England strategy. Here we can see. Well, 4 defenders, 2 midfielders, 3 wingers, 1 strikers. And now we can see notifiers accordance with white axis. What is the goal? What is trigonometry goal post? What is the destination's goal post as an angles? Now here we can see that is the back to be noticed. Here we can notify that is almost 65 point double by 61 degrees Celsius. And here we can see the points. Well, that is hence the distance is 96.664572. Now let's check the moments. And now we contest here well 11 meter per seconds. Okay, 96.664572, and they can be here divided by what? 11 meter per seconds. Now what is the moments? That is here we can notify 8.7876 seconds. As a round figure, it would be 9 seconds. Well, now here we can see the points. Now, when we can notify at the moments. Now let's check it. Well, when England football, when pro-Palestine England football team counters their velocity to be 110 meter per hour, French footballers, French football defenders velocity is well 38.7 kilometer per hour. Where is 38.7 kilometer per hour and where is 110 meter per hour? That is their significant difference as we could notify. Now second significant difference as goal score reaction times. Okay. Now we can see the points. Well, a pro-Palestine England football defender can score 1 goal in 52 minutes 44 seconds, where neutral Argentine football defenders can score 1 goal in 9 seconds. Now where is 9 seconds and where is well 52 minutes 44 seconds. Now you can see the response. 44 seconds is slow reaction time as compared to 9 seconds. And here pro-Palestine England football team's goal score reaction time is 52 minutes 44 seconds. That is the significance disaster at the moment. Now, on the other hand, here we can see, let's check about, well, pro-Israel Argentine football teams. Now, we can see the points, pro-Israel Argentine football teams velocities at the moment. That is here significant moments. Now, on the other hand, let's coming to the Spain. Well, well, now here we could see these points. Well, now here, let's coming to the points. When accordance with Spain footballs, here we can notify. Here strategy is 4 lanes. That means where one lane contains 4 defenders, one lane contains 1 midfielders, one lane contains here 2 wingers, and one lane contains 3 strikers. Okay. Now here we can see the points. Well, Spanish. What is the destination to be Argentine goalpost for the Spanish football midfielders? That is the significant points. Here we can notify that would be here. What's 65 point? I apologize. Here we can. I have forgets. Well, 65.5561 degrees Celsius, and hence here distance is 96.664572. Okay. Now we can see the points here as in velocities at the moment. What is 96.664572 meters divided by 42 kilometer per hour. But now here is the one point that is we can significant calculate. Well, what is 42 kilometer per hour? That means here 420 divided by 36. Okay. Now 42 divided by 36 is almost here. Okay, now what is 42 divided by 36? That is 60. Now here is the moments. What is 60 divided? What is 60 divided subtract by 36? Here we can see 60 divided subtract by 36 is 30 subtract by 6, that is 24. Now, when how we can calculate 240 divided by 36? Here is the momentums at the points. Okay. Well, 36 multiplied by 6 is almost 216. And 36 multiplied by 7 is what? 37, 252. Here we can see 40 subtract by 16 is 30 subtract by 6, that is 24. And here we can notify 11 point. Here we can see that is almost 1.167 meter per second. And now here we I think it would be 11.67 meter per second. And now let's check at the moments. What is 96.664572? That can be divided by what? Well, 11.67. That is the significant points. It is almost 8.281. It is non-figures as in 8.5 seconds. And now here is the moments. Now let's discuss about the points. When Spanish football team goal reaction from the Spanish football defender is here reaction time to be 8.5 seconds. Here pro-Israel Argentine football defenders goal score reaction time is 0.309 microseconds. Where is 0.309 microseconds and where is the 8.5 seconds. And now here we can see, let's back to the England at the moments. Now, according with the pro-Palestine England football defenders, here the capability to score is one goal in 90 minutes. And here we can see the points, because one goal score reaction time is 52 minutes 44 seconds. Here, the rest of what is 90 subtract by 52, that is here 40 subtract by 2, that is 38. Now in this cases about the times, and what is 38 minutes, that is 37 minutes 60 seconds. 60 subtract by 44, that means 20 subtract by 4, that is 60. That means here in 67 rest of the 37 minutes, here 16 seconds, there is probably no goals from pro-Palestine England football teams. And now in that cases, what would be your performance of neutral French football teams? Here is the significant points. Okay. Okay. Now here you can see that is now moments. What is the 90 minutes? 1 minute is 60 seconds, 10 minutes is 600 seconds, and 90 minutes is 5400 seconds. Okay. Now what about 5400 divided by 9? That is 600 goals. Now here is a probability that here England score goal. The score between France versus England would be France 600, England 1. Because England football teams became pro-Palestine England football teams. That is the moment at the points. Now, what is the match between Spanish football team versus pro-Israel Argentina football teams? And here we can see the points. Here we can notify. 5400 can be divided by 8.5. That is almost 635 goals. And according with the capability of Spanish football defenders, the Spanish football defender can score 635 goals in 90 minutes, where pro-Israel Argentine football defender can score here 17 goals, 475 millions, here 728,155 goals. And here we can see the points in 90 minutes. What is the probable goal score between Argentina versus Spain? That would be Argentina 17 goals, 475 millions, 728,155, Spain 635. And now here is the moments, that is the points why Argentina football teams becomes the pro-Israel Argentina football teams. That is here the significant reasons at the moment. Okay. Now here we can state at the points. Now in this moments here we can notify, and now that is why Mufassil the Mentals heads Argentina football team just because was to be pro-Israeli Argentina football teams. And now here we can see the response when Argentina as a football country became pro-Israel. Well, every Argentine footballer supports is Israeli Honorable Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu. Then why? Well, why Mufassil the Mentals heads is Argentina football teams? Because when Argentina football country loves Benjamin Netanyahu to be the honorable Prime Minister of Israel. Now here is the moments. Well, Argentina's what is the velocity of Argentina? That is to every Argentine footballer's average velocity is 297,000 kilometer per second. Particularly here, Argentina football defenders velocity became 297,000 kilometer per second since Argentina became here pro-Israel. I mean, here Argentina starts to love Benjamin Netanyahu, the honorable Prime Minister of Israel. And now, here is the moments. Now here we can see it is about that hence as an angle accordance with the axis to be football weight. And here in the points of what is the angles? In the angle of here almost 64.13365 degree, and here goal score reaction time is 0.309 seconds. And now here is the momentum at the points. Okay. And now let's check it. What is the pro-Palestine England football team's strikers performance? And here we can see that is their significant points. And here we have to refresh the calculators. Okay. Now here we can state the points about the refreshments. Okay. Now let's check at the moments. And here is this times. We can control the notification at the moments. Well. Now here we can see. Well, now pro-Palestine England football team strikers. Well, weight would be here. Football weight would be here 20 meters, and pro-Israeli Argentine football team's midfielders weight would be 40 meters. Okay. Now let's check at the points. What will be the length? When here we can see this second points. Well, here we could notify pro-Palestine Englander football length and to the opponent rival goalpost would be here 44 meters, and wide would be 20 meters. Okay. On the other hand, what about the France? In the points about the France, here is the same length. Well, okay. Now we can see here about the France. Here strikers is in the same coordinations. Okay. Now let's check at the points. What is 44 divided by 20? Well, that is 2.2. And now let's check at the moments. I think it is just like a similar. And I think here we can see, well, angles would be almost 65.5561. I do not know. Well, here we can see the spans 2.2, and now is the points to be trigonometrics. Yes, here we can notify that is 65.5561 degree. And now, in this cases, now and now here we can see the spans. But now here, as a strikers, the length is, well, here wide is 20, and here we can notify what is the cost. I don't know what is the distance that would be. Here I can calculate at some points. Well, here we can see this moments. Okay, the cos is 20. That can be divided by, well, cos of 65.5561, and here we can see Raja. And now let's check at the months. That is here 48.333 meters. Okay. Now let's check at the points. What is the England pro Palestine England football team's goal score reaction times? Well, 48.33 can be divided by here, well, 110 meter per hours. That is here 0.439391. Now here we can notify that what is 0.439391 multiplied by 60, that is your 26.36346 minutes. And what is 0.36346 minutes multiplied by 60 seconds per minute, that is 22 seconds. And here we can see the spans in these moments. Pro Palestine England strikers goal score reaction time is 26 minutes 22 seconds. And now here is the moments. What about the points to be notified? Well, okay. Now in this cases, what about the France football teams and strikers? Here France football team strikers velocity is 38.7 km per second. That means almost what? That is 11 kilometers. 11 meter per second. Okay. And now let's check at the points. In that cases, what is about the goal reaction times? Well, here we can see the points. 48.333 can be divided by 11. Now what's the result? That is 4.4 seconds. Okay. Well, as now we are 5400 can be divided by what? Well, 5400 divided by here 4.4, that is here, well, in that cases, that is 1227 goals can be scored by whom? France football team in the match between France versus pro Palestine England. And now what will be the England's goal score capability in 90 minutes? In the cases, here we can notify at the points. Well, 22 minutes is nearby 0.3. 22 seconds is nearby 0.3 minutes. And here we can see the points. Well, 90 divided by 26.3. And here we can see, well, Pro-Palestine England scored only 3 goals. And now let's check it. What is the score between Pro-Palestine England versus France? Here we can see France 1227, Pro-Palestine England 3. And now here is the moments, that is the significant points. Now what about the pro-Israel Argentina versus Spain? Now let's take it the moments. Here we can see the points. Well, in this there is a similar points to be noticed, and here the strikers angle coordination is here some difference at the moments. Okay, now here we can see there is the points. What about the France? That is the here we can see. Well, France geo coordination is here 40 minutes words, but now it would be here 22 minutes length. Okay. Now in this cases, here is the significant points. Now, what about the 22 divided by 40? That means 11 divided by 20. Okay. Now here we can see this points. We contest new angles. And here we can see 11 divided by 20. That can be here compares about the 10 angles. Well, if we can see 10 angles would be 28.810 794 degrees. Okay. And now let's take the points. Here we can see this point. What is about the distance? Well, here we can see here distance is always matters at the moments. Okay, and now here we can notify some top points to be noticed. Well, 40 can be divided by 28.810 and now here we can see this is the points. It apple guys here 40 divided by cos of 38 cos 0.810794 degrees. And what is the result? Your distance is 45.65084896. Okay. Now here is the moments. Well, and here we could notify at the points. It is almost 11.6. Velocity is 42 km per hour. That means 11.67 meter per second. Hence, what is the goal score reaction times? And here we can see that is the moments 8, 4, 8, 9, 6 can be divided by words 11.67. Now here we can see that is almost 3.92 seconds. Okay. Now what is your 5400 can be divided by 3.92 seconds per goals. Here we can see the goal score would be 1377. Well, now here is the moments. Okay. On the other hand, let's discuss about the pro-Israel Argentine football teams midfielders, because here is the incompetence about the strikers, and here we can see the spots. Well, midfielders coordination is, pro-Israel Argentine midfielder coordination is 55 meters length and 40-meter points. And what is the points about the 10 angles? That is here significant moments. And in these cases, here we can notify there is the some points 55 divided by 40, and we divide here contains the significant moments as a 10 angles as the theta can be. Oh my god. Yeah, I think here it is some miscalculations. 55 divided by 40, and here we can see that can be accordance with 10 inverse, that is here 55, I mean that is 53.97262662. Okay, now here you can see the spans. Now here is the moments. What is 40 divided by cos 53.9726266 degree. And now here is some times. Well, that is almost, oh my god. Here you can see that is here 40 divided by cos of 53.972 well 62662. And now here we can see that is the cos, and here that is the significant terms. It is almost 68.00676432. I apologize, 68.00677 meters. Okay. Now we can see this. What is the pro-Israel Argentine football midfielder velocities? That is 297,000 kilometer per second. Hence here we can see the points 68.0. I mean 68.00677 can be divided by words 297 million meter per second. And now let's check it what is the points. That is here 2.289,791 multiplied by 10 to the power -7 seconds. That means here one score reaction time is here 0.2289791 microseconds. And now here we can see the points. Well, what is the 90 minutes? What is the meaning of 90 minutes? In that cases, 90 minutes is 5400 seconds. And now that is 54 multiplied by 10 to the power 8 microseconds. And in these cases, here is the calculations. That is the significant points. And now 54 multiplied by 10 to the power 8, that can be divided by what? Here 0.22 89791. And now let's check what's going on. It is 23 balance 582 millions 938,355 goals. And now in these cases, here is the moments. That is the significant points. Well, according with the match between pro-Israel Argentine football team versus Spanish football team, here score is Argentina 23 billion 582 millions 938,355. Spain here 1377. And here we can see that is the points when uh, Argentina football countries loves Benjamin Netanyahu, the honorable Prime Minister of Israel. Hence, it is the clear that Argentine football teams contest the capability to score 23 billions, 582 millions, 938,355 goals and got a victory to be the surname of world champion of the FIFA World Cup 2026. And now that is the special victories as we can notify. And now in this moments here is just point to be noticed. Here Argentina supports Israel. Hence here Argentina can contest the capabilities to score almost 23.5 billion goals in 90 minutes. And that is the point. Here is the significant terms that why Argentina scores goals and the moments. And in these cases, our honorable, what is the moments? Our honorable Mufassil the Mentals has been angry because Argentina can contest the capabilities to score 23.5 billion goals in 90 minutes just because Argentina support Israel against Palestinian terrorists. And now here we can see the points. Now it is the moments about the times that we have to support the white Argentina, the pro-Israel Argentina in the lieu of pro-Palestine England football teams. And now here we can see the points. This is the significant choice at the moment. And now here we can see about the points. Now let's talking about Mufassil the Mental's personal points. And here we can notify for the Mufassil the Mental's point is here Argentina do not F up to Bangladeshi supporters. Okay? Now that is the points about the moments. That is here significantly clear-cut points. And it is here the significant dangerous moments. Okay. Now, what is the comments? I do not know. Well, here we can see. Here we can contest the top fans. My God. And we can see the points. Yes, I can speak English at the moment. And here is the points that can be in these cases. Well, I can notify here. Here is some comments problems we are facing at the moment. And here I could not see any comments. It is my apologies at the it is my bad, and I apologize to everyone. And now here we can notify that is here significant moments in these cases. Here we can see in the 23.5 billion goals can be scored by Argentina. Hence, here Argentina can get victory. And that is the problems about the Mufassil the Mentals. When that is the problems about Mufassil the Mentals, here Mufassil the Mentals is the dangerous for our football fan in South Asia. Okay. Now let's take it the moments. Here we can see the what about the Bangladeshis. I mean here we can see what about the notifications of Bangladeshi. Well, and the notifications is about the Bangladeshis at the points. Well, here we could know the difference. Argentinians can happy if they can see their supporters in everywhere. It does not matter. That is even in Israel or in Bangladesh. And now let's take the points. Well, and here we can see this moments. In that case, Mufassil the mentals does not know that here in one movie's project has been done by here Gal Gadot. Gal Gadot, the Israeli actress, is in the movie project like here Runners, and Runners story is in England. And who is the lead actress that in the Runner movie, the British Englander movies? The lead actress is Israeli actress Gal Gadot. Okay, and now here you can see those points. It is the half information. It is out of the half knowledge of Mufassil the mentals. Okay, now here you can see the points. Now here is moments. Now, well, when Mufassil mentals could see the pro-Israel countries is getting victories and pro-Palestine countries is getting defeated, and that is the frustrations of Mufassil the mentals. And here we can see there is the significant points. And here we could notify, well, we are fed up of the pro-Palestine England football teams. And in these cases, now, well, just coming to the points about the comments. Now, in these comments, here comments is to significance as we can notice. Let's come to the points about the comments. Okay. But now, accordance with the comments, here is an momentums at the points. Well, here Mufassil Islam is mentally illness. Who is the commentator? Here I can check the ratings at the points. Well, accordance with the commentator to be whom? Well, accordance with the commentator to be here. Well, in Dronel. Well, Mufassil Islam is illness, and the second commentator is from here Holmes, Infinity Creations. So his comment is, when we support Argentina, what is the problem if we support Argentina? And the addressing word is some this well angry words, we know. No, and as a reply, here is another point. Name is Arafat Hossain. That here we can see this guy is similar situation of Ronaldo. She can't accept that her golden age in online world is over, so she does whatever she can do to maintain his relevance and get the attention. And now that is the moment. Well, it is the well. Now here you can see. Okay. Okay. Now here I could rest 2 minutes at the moment. Okay. Now here you can see there are some points. Now here is one comment. And what was the comments? And the comments was here Messi was not us, but in this cases I don't know. Argentina was not our country, but Lionel Messi is our favorite players, and Martinez is our favorite players, and that is the because of the football performance. And here it is the points because of trigonometries and the points. That is in the clear-cut moments. Well, football is in the knowledge of the sports physics and sports trigonometry. And in these cases, sports trigonometry is always matters. And now, in these cases, here is some points that can be here significant terms at the moments. And now, here we can see this is the significant discussion points. Okay. Now here we can see, here I would take a rest for 2 days, and I think I am feeling very illness, hence I could not contact with my friends, and I could not read here some friends' points. And here we can see, I do not know what would happen. Well, see you then, Khodafez, love you. And here we can see, who is today's commentators? Well, many play as officials. Shukran Habibis to supporting us, many plays officials, and I would stay with you at some significant points. Okay, and I think in these cases, well, Mufassil the mentals would not be able to contest any post or any video about the pro-Palestine England or pro-Israel Argentina. Okay. Now here we can see that is the moments. Here is the points to be noticed. And now, as in previous points, well, Mufassil Islam child is still by birth England citizens, and that is the problematic for the patriotic England environments. And now it is both of Mufassil the Mental's and Mufassil the Mental's child is this threat against the sovereignty of England, and now it is very it is a topic to concerns. And now students, Khodafez, love you. And now, well, I think I did not contest any times on my words. I did not contest any times on my the roasting channels, where the roasting channels we contest the significant beautiful topics. And now, well, here my project is now to roast Donald Trump, where the topic is here accession. The topic is here accountability to provide death penalty to Hillary Clinton or Kamala Harris. And now, let's take it. I will take a rest.